So like
Yep.
this feels familiar. Like 2 weeks ago we have experienced a Mappool size increase. So yeah, this time it's one more of those Mappool size increases. Why not?
Yeah, and also it's me again. And 2 weeks ago, my PC was broken, and now I'm back here. Yes, you guys miss me? Because right now, yeah, and this is my chance. You can stop me from commentating my maps.
Let's see. Let's find out if we have more Dazar maps this week. But welcome every person in the stream right now, of course. This is gonna be our finals map we showcase, and as Lott said, the map pool is gonna be expanded in terms of the number of picks we have. So, in semifinals and quarterfinals, we had 6 Rice, 2 LNs, 4 hybrids, and then 1 SV and 1 TB. From finals and grand finals, this will be a little bit different. Rice is we're gonna have 7 Rice maps. We're gonna have, I believe, 3 LNs. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 LNs.
Yes,
and then 4 hybrids. 4 hybrids stay, the hybrids stay the same.
It's still 4 hybrids. Yeah.
But the main difference I would like to point out is that from finals on out, there's gonna be 2 SV maps instead of 1.
Yep. So yeah, I think we are like familiar with the usual reading and memo kind of pairing. I think for newbie Tonys, the SV2 pick will be more of like a mixed map, so it's more accessible and stuff just like pure memorization. Although I would say that the reading pick is not less interesting because it will probably utilize some very weird gimmicks, especially this round.
Yep. Alright, well, last week we did experience a custom song jump scare, but let's take a look at this week. Let's see if we have any surprises waiting for you. So again, my name is Popy, with me is Lott, and these are the classic 3. I think us 3 has been commentating most of the showcases. So yeah, no need much introduction here. Here's the Osu screen, and yeah, let's get excited. Let's move on to our first map of finals map pool. So as we know, because I did say the map pools are gonna be quite exponentially harder as we get more and more late game, and at the start of late game we're gonna see very gradual and big difficulty increase in this jump stream pick. 180 BPM jump stream. This is gonna be Silver Eclipse, mapped by Lumiere.
Lumiere is such a familiar face. I really appreciate all the work he's been doing so far for the tournament.
Yeah.
Burst in jump stream pick, GG.
Burst in jump stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double usage here is pretty tricky. Like I think for like if you only count the rhythms of the doubles, then it feels kind of like polyrhythms in like a 1-star map. If you get what I mean, like you don't get a very constant percussion rhythm, so the doubles, the kind of jump stream patterns will feel more varied, which might catch you off guard. Who knows?
Yeah, you can already tell like this map has been so intense. 180 BPM. I cannot state this much with much more emphasis. 3 minutes and 2 seconds as well at OD8. Again, late game is gonna test quite a bit of stamina and endurance, and like I don't think, have we seen a single break in this entire map?
Yeah, that one. I think it's counted as a break. Yeah, and we are back again with more jump stream, and there are even like awkward spots like one hand through there. It's gonna both drain the stamina and the accuracy.
Just 3 minutes, by the way, so it just amplifies the stamina factor even more. I think like the jump stream picks for the last few rounds have been around 2 minutes, so this is both an increase in length, difficulty, and overall strain. Yeah.
There's a lot of sudden burst as well. Like there's a burst in my jump stream pick again, because like in late game, a lot of patterns are more versatile or volatile. It's like sometimes you see some patterns that are not usually or traditionally in their own picks, you know, like for this one it's jump stream, but there may be something that's a little bit outside of just a jump stream component pattern. You know, in late game stuff, you might see this happen or exist in a little bit of places. Obviously, the main difficulty is still the stamina aspect of this, you know, 3-minute non-stop jump stream, almost non-stop.
I think this is usually like done to lessen the limit of songs, because there's not a lot of songs that support only jump stream, because it's a fairly monotonous skill set. But also, like, it justifies making Mappool's more quote-unquote interesting.
Yep. But, yeah. Dazar, you can do the outro for this map.
Yes.
G.
Oh wait, but I think this next map, who is the mappers? We just gonna see. Oh, and it's not troopers this time. It will be Gabe's next 7. The mappers that have mapped the 6 day stamina in semi-finals.
GG.
Yeah. They also mapped Rise 2 last round, so familiar face here. Let's take a look. It's gonna be a 211 BPM. So yeah, the speed is really getting into play right now. You can actually feel that the map is gonna be pretty speedy, and I don't need to explain it in this first 10 seconds of the map, right?
Despite being single stream oriented, the intro has a lot of weird double usage. So, and paired with this high BPM, I think it might be a bit of like a choke point.
Yeah. These like singles, you can see like some of these single streams have some weird patterns as well. Like some of these little angles of stream patterning changes might kind of make it look like there's gonna be a mini jack, not at 211 BPM, but like at like half BPM. There's like a little bit of mini jack issue that can also come in play in to make the map much more difficult.
Yeah,
I
the
think you can know
difficulties
this.
of
Never
Rise
mind.
2, I think it came from like how the anchors, how the troop is gonna be implemented.
Yeah, the anchors for sure can also be a factor.
I did notice that there is like less mini jack usage, but there's more doubles for sure. I think it's better to use doubles, I guess, because rhythm anchoring, as I've said many times before in Rise 2 picks.
True. I mean, yeah, you do see some doubles. You can see, it's like usually when there's a double, it's gonna be like a stop of stream motion, and whenever there's a double, you see a little bit of a jack thing there. But then immediately it's gonna continue its speed single stream parts. But yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even 2 minutes actually. 1 minute and 45 seconds. A rather short map for a speed pick. This is Game Snakes, Grievous Fate, a song by 69DE74. At 1.1, the song is.
Grievous Lady by Team Grimoire and Lore remix, the Archaea boss song. This is a very, very interesting song choice, to say the least, but we don't expect anything less from Soprim.
But yeah, welcome to Rise 3, everybody. As the usual, Rise 3 is still gonna be our technical pick. Let's take a look. And Dorksaur, mapped by Itawachi. You haven't seen Itawachi mapping for this tournament until just now, I believe. I could be
Yep.
wrong, actually, but yeah.
think this is
Say
his
hi.
first appearance. Yep. Newly released song, as far as I know. This is for the Archaea contest that just announced its results like a month ago. The song is just released in the latest update, I believe, in a pack.
Yes. But yeah, this map is gonna be very, very difficult. We have to nerf it a little bit. But you can already tell some of these streams are so not rigid, and here we go. Tech.
It's time to disintegrate.
Yeah, I remember you saying that in qualifiers. It's like, yeah, this is actually the moment we disintegrate. These bursts, they have every single snapping you can think of. 1/5 there is some, 1/6 there is some, 1/7 there is some. And I think there's some 1/12 graces as well. 1/16 grace, there is always some of them. There may be even more, I don't even remember. This is an insane map, to say the least.
I'm not gonna lie, the LNs might be a choke point, but like, deserved. You need to anti-up your LNs after all.
I mean, those LNs are kind of just like decoration. It's not really something that you would care about in maps like these.
I guess it's garnish enough to be justified. Surely no one's like so poor at LN that they actually mistime their releases. Surely.
I think this is gonna be our final part and possibly the hardest in this map because the map is just also a little bit long. At this point, you might be a little bit tired trying to hit every single one of these little tech bursts or dumps kind of thing. There's some like constant small rest for you to just regain just a little bit of stamina, but then you still have to focus so much on hitting all these bursts. But yeah, that's gonna be Rice Free. This is End Dark Sword map by Itawachi. This is 3.67 stars at OD 7.8.
No, don't say the word.
I didn't actually.
Mango,
I did
Mango.
not. It's 67. 3.67. That. Yep. Nothing else. Yeah, 148 BPM. So you can kind of tell those mini jacks that we saw earlier, they were in 148 BPM. So, but other than that, the streams might be a little bit crazy.
Very crazy indeed. Like if you struggle in Sha, right 3 of the semifinals with the bursty style, and this one is even more bursty and more constantly. Yeah, and might be add up to a very, very high challenge.
It is a very high challenge. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Rice Free. Moving on to fourth Rice 4, which is still gonna be our Jack pick. The first 4 maps are mostly gonna be the same. So this is Poster Boy by 2 Haws, mapped by Concept. Let's take a look. In finals, or I should say late game Jack picks, because the BPM is actually entering actual Jack BPM stuff, we're gonna see some pretty stamina heavy Jacks. And after that, look, Grace, here we go. 111 BPM Jack.
I think there's going to be like a funny transition between chord finger control and actual jacking motions.
Some of these like little mini jacks constantly appearing with some of these double jacks as well. Always like something to be scared of when you're playing. it's like a, it's like a very stamina heavy. Like in late game jack as well, you can definitely feel like a much higher stamina skill ceiling that you would feel because it's faster and it's also more constant. There's barely any like actual breaks in this map. Maybe like the only breaks that you would quote unquote feel is like when there's not as much jacks as it has in like right here, for example. So a pretty big test of stamina.
Mostly because it's continuous, but also like you can see, anchors somewhat frequently happening. And this is all considering the BPM increase. So, whoops.
Yeah, there's some sort of anchors and density that you need to be careful of. This map is very stamina draining at 111 BPM. This is again Poster Boy, map by Concept. OD 8.2 because like generally jacks would have higher OD, so 8.2.
It's like the easiest map to act if you can play it. So no wonder.
Yeah. But that's gonna be it. So 3.7 stars at 2 minutes. That's gonna be Rise 4. Let's take a look at our 5th Rise.
Yeah, and this will be our Rise Dub map, and against by Lumire's and 125 BPMs. Gonna feature this more bursty style, like.
This is a very basic background I'm seeing. It's just the text. But anyways, let's take a look at the map.
I have a feeling this might be the actual wall, background.
Yeah, it could be. Because like this map is very... It feels like a classical song. You can already tell in the beginning.
I think it makes sense. This is like old K-pop kind of stuff after all.
But yeah, Rise 5 is gonna be dumb. So these streams, they're kind of just I forget, is this 1/5 or 1/6? And here we go.
I think they're like mainly ghost notes.
Yeah, this is a lot of graces and a little bit of a dumb stream kind of pattern. You can already tell. Well, screw this classical song. We're getting to some rap here.
Yeah, there are clearly more jacks here. As the burst is being pretty constant as the Rise 5 should be.
Yeah, some of these mini jacks. Oh, sorry.
Nothing, but like I do want to mention that this song show is probably leading into the more like non-dumb side of this Rise 5 pick, mostly because the syllables are very fast and continuous, so it kind of justifies these jacks in a more straightforward way.
Oh, but then when these like little sins or violence, they are actually dumps now, but yeah.
It's just ghost notes, yeah.
Feels quite counterintuitive to actually hit, especially if you're not comfortable with dumps like this, because like in those very quote-unquote slow kind of, are those violin sounds or whatever sounds they are very slow, but yet there's gonna be a pretty fast stream at you, and you might not be able to catch the speed or BPM of that stream specifically, and usually you might either rush or hit them too slowly, which can be tough. Maps like these really focus on the finger control and like the skill to eyeball every single note instead of like actually listening to the song and hitting them into the beat. It's rather like you just go with the flow of the intensity of the song. I've said this like every single time Rise 5 is played, but I'm gonna say it once again. It's like you just have to feel the speed of each stream and hopefully read it correctly. And yeah, Rice 5.
Well, Rice 6 is the mixed pick for previous rounds. This one is kind of mixed, but it's more limited in skill set because the actual endgame pick is going to be Rice 7. So this is a more rigid kind of mixed map to contrast with the dump pick. Also, hi Bongo, I love you. This is for you once again.
Your weekly Ardo song is in Rice 6 once again. After jumping onto TB in semifinals, it's gonna be Rice 6 this time. Yeah. Tomb Raider by Ardolph. OD8, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's take a look at the map. This map's quite interesting, to say the least.
The intro.
Yeah, the intro already is like not super inviting, and these trills do not help at all. This map is gonna be quite, I would say, awkward to catch the notes on correctly, because you can already see a lot of these little graces and some of these jacks and bursts that just appear already. But this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's contrasting with like Rice 5, so it's supposed to be more jacky. So far, you've only seen like 1/4 jacks, but there's actually a lot of 1/3 jacks, as you can see here. It's like very different movement from the core jack as well. So this is like, it has less actual jacks, but it's faster. So
all these like jack patterns are so kind of like a shape. You see a lot of these like little triples and doubles constantly. They are slightly slower than the Rice pick,
yeah, I think it's.
But it's denser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like different movements for sure, but like it's kind of hard to tell when you're not playing it yourself. Oh yeah, here's for the 1/4 jacks. Congratulations.
Mini jack time. This is 145 mini jack we're talking about. This part is probably one of the hardest parts of this map. Like that one burst is so tough.
There's a lot of like rigid skill sets, so it should qualify as like a short mixed pick.
2 minutes and 40 seconds though. It's not a short one, to say the least.
Okay, I'm going to disintegrate once again. Oh, this is a funny part. I'll just say that it's supposed to be more jacky, but it would be too hard, so I made it like dense, quote unquote, jump stream mixed with burst. There's like 1/5 and 1/6 burst mixed in kind of like it's not very tellable on stream, so you probably should play it yourself.
There's a lot of 1/3 into 1/3 jack into 1/4 mini jack plus stream I'm seeing, and as you said, there's all more of those 1/5 and 1/6 bursts as well, which adds up to that complexity in different snappings. But they're much more rigid than Rice 5, as in Rice 5 there's a lot more random, or like there's a pretty constantly changing snapping at all times, while in Rice 6 it's like, oh, this 5 seconds it's gonna be 1/3, and then the next 5 seconds it's gonna be 1/4. It's those kind of things to kind of differentiate between Rice 5 and Rice 6.
I guess it's more diffused in Rice 5, but in Rice 6 it's more clearly separated. It's like oil and water kinda.
It's true.
True. There's like 1/3 jacks, 1/4 jacks, and the 1/6 burst are very constantly, and there are less like awkward burst or like awkward voice patterns like Rice 3 or Rice 5.
Rice 6 is probably a more rigid kind of map instead of Rice 3 and Rice 5, where they are more complex. Of course, Rice 6 is still more complex than, let's say, Rice 1 and 2 with the snapping, but it's definitely more rigid. So, good luck. This is Tomb Raider, map by Lott. Anyways. Well, normally this would be the end of Rice 6, but Nope, we have Rise 7. Rise 7 is like a very interesting pick always, even not in non-NMWC. In other tournaments when Rise 7 appears, it's always scary. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing that's scary is the background. JK. The first thing that's scary is the length at 4 minutes. And then the second thing is the fact that it's almost 4 stars.
Yeah, it will be your usual boss rise, but now it's moving to rise 7s and will be very much longer with 4 minutes and maybe a bit harder than other rise page.
Yeah, let's take a look though. Because like in previous rounds, yeah, 3.96. It's like when it's in previous rounds, we call Rise 6 the quote-unquote boss rise because back then it's technically not exactly a boss rise. It's more like just another mixed rise like we saw in Rise 6 in this round. But Rise 7 in this round is like it's like a dedicated boss rise, you know, which is tough. These graces already. And those mini jacks do not help at the very beginning of this map.
I think this like first third is a bit easier on the tan stream side. Like it's slower than race 1. And you can see the main difficulty lies on the mini jacks and some of those faster bursts. Some of the 1/8 ones you just saw, you just seen here.
Yeah, there's like some dense elements of jump streams here. You can also see the BPM, it's really interesting from 16 to 202. I wonder where the 16 BPM part is, but I think we're gonna change BPM soon.
It's already changing.
Yeah, it's changing now actually. And of course, it's gonna ramp up into 202 BPM. Here we go. And 202 BPM does remind you of, does remind you of speed last round, but this one's not gonna be just simple speed. It's gonna be a little bit more denser. And oh my god, look at this part, man. There's someone first as well. These like little slowdowns are so weird to hit.
Yeah. This 202 BPM part, from what I've heard, is focused on 1/3. So it's not going to be like fast jump stream. No, that's not really like typical Rise 1 jump stream, but like
that long jack, bro.
Oh my fucking 3-note long jack. 2 hit the long jack.
That is a long jack and a half. Look at that. After all that, we still have 1/1 of the way in. So yeah, Rise 7 is quite a scary pick every time.
And that's only 7.5 to comprehend the difficulties of the map.
This map is insane though. Like, that little 1/3 jack, and we're gonna move on to our... Let's take a look, guys. We are not done yet. And let's take a look. 202 BPM once again. And yeah, that 118 row is just insane. These bursts are so fast and they're so intense, especially at the very end of the map. Like, imagine like picking this map and then after like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you still have to have that stamina to hold on this final part. It's just insane. That one row, man, holy.
GG. Congratulations. I think this is like weird rhythm part doesn't help either. Very easy to lose track of your accuracy. To hit the long jack.
That long jack at the ending is... That long jack is specifically difficult because it's also slowing down. So you have to focus on like controlling your fingers to not hit as fast as you originally are at the first beginning of that long jack part. And that's gonna close off as right 7. Mio low phone and Billiam Motos faster than you. Not by Envily and Bamopri.
Yeah, that's the former NMWC player here.
Yeah.
GG. So that's the end of the rice lineup. Long votes.
Let's go to LN1's favorite bands, and it's again the Lumiere Pups.
Our favorite
GG.
map, LM1. Oh, this song is very familiar. Probably. If you know, you know.
Oh, you followed.
I think this specifically cut version is used in the real MWC, but MWC used this song as Jack. This one is gonna be our LN release. Let's take a look though. Players might find semi-finals L1 to be quite annoying to it. Some of these short L1s might be tough, so more short L1s for you in finals. But yeah, here we go. And LN release is gonna be quite tough, especially in late game. These finger control and releasing are always gonna be quite a pain, but you know, it's clean at the first part at least.
I think we're already kind of stepping into dirty territory. At least compared to the last core release maps, this one is definitely involves a lot of holding across multiple fingers and some releases as well, which I don't think is a prominent feature in previous ones per se.
You can definitely see though, a lot of these like more short L1s, and while there's another long L1 at the side, it's like a lot of weird releases you have to focus on every single time.
Mind you, quarterfinals was 144 BPM, so this is basically the same tempo. But you can see Animosity has only like almost exclusively 1/2 beat usage, but here there's a lot of 1/4 shields, reverse shields, releases, a lot of like just a level up overall.
Yeah, these release stuff they just look so hard to code consistently, and especially when the map itself is 3 minutes. It's a pretty big test of consistency, and LN release is gonna be quite tough too.
Yeah, the battle is really getting complex over time, even though the tempo is pretty similar, and you will have more anchors on long jacks, LNs. Yes, a lot of 1/4 and coordination with like triple LNs playing at the same time.
This song is progressive, quote unquote. Like it's not the kind of progressive that's opposite of conservative, by the way. Someone made a joke about it and I did not like it, so I had to clarify that. What the hell is this part?
Yeah, this ending is hard. Because like this song is like getting more and more intense. Like you can see the vocals are more like strong. The vocals are like more powerful. And then the LN release also gets more powerful until right here is where the map is gonna close off. I think a lot of people know this song probably. Either on Osu Standard or just on YouTube, I don't know.
Yeah,
Suzume.
this is where the fucking Babel Tower collapses. Congratulations!
Yeah. Kikuo Hana Nobore Suzume Takaito, made by Lumiere. It's just our LN coordination. It's not the full song. The full song is like 5 minutes, but you know the song, then you know the song is intense, and that means the LN release might be also be quite rough.
So tough.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for LN1. Next is LN2. Welcome to Density.
This is 140 BPM. Well, we have a lot of like 140 BPM maps for the.
Yeah. But this time it's gonna be an actual density. Because like, let's take a look though. But you can start. But yeah, as I said, from semifinals onwards, the L12 is gonna be more like an actual density map, or at least like one step towards it. So in finals, it's gonna be even closer to a full density L1 density pick.
You can clearly see the difficulty has been raised up with more long LNs and more 1/4 LNs.
This does make it like more control heavy than previous LN2s because a density increase usually implies more inverse. However, it's so slow that it's more of like a coordination skill set.
You can kind of put it that way. You can see a lot of these like long LNs alongside with some 1/4 LN streams together. Kind of puts up that LN stream factor.
Yeah, it was an LN stream pick in like semifinals and before, but it kind of evolved to have more.
Yeah, it has evolved.
Yay! I wonder why there is an evolution in LN2 design. Curious.
Yeah, a lot more longer LNs in general in this map. A little bit of a break part here, but you did see a lot of actual density components there. But let's take a look now. Remember the PI part now? This is such a dense map. Look at these, like, there's a much less 1/4 gaps. I mean, much less larger than 1/4 gaps, and you see a lot more of those denser 1/4 gap LNs constantly appearing, which does make the map much more dense, and you know, it's LN density, so train LN.
Indeed, a very dense map. At least compared to like the usual LN2s.
I mean, of course, it's not like at the level of actual density, but you know, compared to like previous rounds, you can definitely see like the density ramping up in these LNs.
Yeah, and I think it also adds some like LN controls. Like you have some long LN to play along with, not just
Yeah.
like just 1/4 LN everywhere. Yeah, you have to actually like both using the coordination skill and density skill at the same time.
True. A lot of the times, density does have some sort of coordination aspect, and yeah, nature of LNs. I mean, LNs is all about releasing the node correctly, so I think every pick would have some sort of release factor. It's just whether or not if it's scaled up or not. But nonetheless, this is Exodus by Hai Hyun. I always don't know how to pronounce this artist, but
I just call them Hyun. Kind of like that. I don't know. Oh fucking god.
Hyun, with Ariel as a singer, mapped by Silverball. But yeah, 140 BPM, 2-minute density
actually.
pick. Oh, Sliverball.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at LN3 because finals have LN3.
I'm sorry for LN3.
Yes! It's this one. It's this one.
And the Sigma. Ooh.
What the Sigma?
I
Oh
tried
my
to
God.
upload. I just want to say I tried to upload the map, but it didn't work because the diff name is too long, so I shortened it a bit.
Oh.
So anti Sigma.
Let's take a look though.
The second airdrop of the round.
This name is so long. This diff name is so long. Is it a second Ardolf map, Ardolf song, if you will?
Yeah.
Barkalak. But yeah, LN free is a very interesting pick because I think players has not seen a quote unquote LN free style mapping. I think the closest that you would see LN free stuff is back in semi-finals tiebreaker in some of those LN sections. LN free is more like a mixed or just a wild card LN. A wild card LN means there's gonna be a pretty much everything LN. Like there's some density, but there's some release factor in it. While there's also gonna be some technical stuff. It's like everything. I don't know.
Definitions are like wildcards are basically like a map that's not release coordination and not density, and it's different enough from both of these skill sets. So usually it involves tech, but maps like in the Mania World Cup will have some shields, but I think it's not very like friendly for 5 digits. So let's just stick with broken stream.
Yeah. LN free is like a very hard to define kind of LN, I guess.
Yeah, whatever goes, honestly, but it's yeah.
I think let's just call it wildcards because you have like some really fast LN kind of similar to LNSCT in quarterfinals and before, and also some light coordination with some like grace.
Yeah, it has everything. I try to make this as all-rounded as possible while differing it to LN2.
But yeah, it also means that generally LN free is going to be much more foreign to players and possibly much more difficult to get a good grasp on. Like you can see these like little two column inverses. They might not look like inverses, but they're just 1/4 gaps at 2 lanes, which is kind of an inverse, but it's not all 4 lanes, you know?
I hope y'all enjoy Sigma.
Holy background, bro.
Yeah,
The balls to put this background is insane.
I love y'all. XOXO.
Balls.
Oh my days. But wow. I can't stop laughing, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me calm down. Because LN free has concluded. What's up, y'all? Today we're back with another tutorial on how to avoid the anti-sigma Pavlovian. Anyways.
I shortened it a bit, so now it's what's up, y'all? Today I teach how to avoid the anti-sigma pathogen.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, a little bit of a contrast because this map has a very funny background, but the next map is gonna be a much more serious one. What I mean by that is, last round semi-finals, in Hybrid 1, we are so lucky and we are proud to announce our first ever custom song, Mappool Legends by NMWC25 and Winter. And yeah, that Hybrid 1 was a custom song. And, you know, it would be such a coincidence if Hybrid 1 is another custom song again, right? I mean, it would be such a coincidence, wouldn't it?
Imagine.
Imagine if that was actually true, though. Like, what if Hybrid 1 was just another custom song again? Wouldn't that be funny?
The macrocosmic stars are aligning tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look, though.
The macrocosmic stars, they have aligned.
Indeed, they have. Wow. I mean, it's a bit of a funny intro. I don't know what I wanted to say, but yeah. What a coincidence. Another hybrid one would be our custom song.
This
Finals hybrid
was
one?
this
Yeah.
also went to a funny history because originally the mapper was aiming for a hybrid 3 because he got like tech vibes from the breakdown part because it's kind of tech material, but overall considering the structure of the song being more art rhythm game core, it's more suitable to simplify that part and turn it into a hybrid one. Although it's probably still a less conventional hybrid one because the breakdown part is still mapped pretty like non-standardly.
Yeah. But such a crazy song to say the least. This is Silas. I think a lot of people might know about this artist if they are in the Mania scene. They are also known as Raval, who is also an Indonesian player, if I'm not mistaken. Mapper, I should say. Yeah, they make maps as well, but they have been a pretty consistent artist for usually Osu songs, Osu originals. They did make a song for MWC. They did make a song for 4-Digit Mania Cup, many more tournaments as well. And he's also going to contribute in this tournament, Newcomers Mania World Cup 2025. This is Silas Harmonia Macrocosmica, mapped by Min2506. Yeah, this is our 2-minute, 180 BPM hybrid one.
Shoutouts to Lumiere for making the background, by the way. He's been like a very prominent mapper, but we did not expect him to step foot into the GFX territory. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
very
map.
appreciates
You can
for
say.
Lumia's contributions on of both the map poolings and the streamings and also the GMX size.
Yeah, I believe he's also restreaming the Chinese version for Billy or something. I don't know, but yeah. Wow. I don't know what to say. Amazing song by Silas at first, and just again a shout out to Lumir for making that background, Dazar for the replay, and yeah. OD 7.8. This is quite a tough map to say the least. There's a lot of LNs in for a quote unquote rice bias ish hybrid, but LNs, train LNs. Yeah.
Yeah, as a replayers, I can say the difficulty of the map is like you have the dance LN, the dance anchor LNs, and also the key eye section has much more dancers like a bit density LN density vibe. But yeah.
Yeah. Anything to end off? Okay, I guess not. But yeah, that's gonna be hybrid one.
Yeah. Oh,
was-
and oh no, I don't want to read.
So,
Immediately we go back to funny things. Oh my days.
Yeah,
well,
very funny.
hey guys, copy pasta. You have no idea. I love him so much that it's inexplicable.
guys. Oh,
Obsession.
oh my days. Okay. We hope you enjoyed Hybrid 1 custom song, but let's take a look at Hybrid 2 now.
Very thank you for the support from a lot of players like Shiros from Russia, and we'll have Hybrid 2. This will be a bit lower compared to Hybrid 1 in terms of PBM, but you can see there are most LN usage, and there will be a bit coordinations. It's like the combination of core jacks and LN coordinations. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, you can already tell the LNs being amplified quite a bit already at the very beginning of the map. You did see some LNs on Hybrid 1, but this map also has LNs in play, and they probably appear more frequently than Hybrid 1. You did see some Rice main parts in Hybrid 1, but in Hybrid 2, the L1s are gonna constantly appear.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Hybrid 2 has a slower BPM, so the coordination aspect is more balanced. Oh yeah, also, I will never get tired of listening that sweet
No.
and chilling
Oh
beat.
my god.
It's my
I
favorite.
can't sleep tonight.
Oh my day.
Hello to him.
This guy, bro. This guy. This is a very long replay name. Nonetheless. There's a lot of jacks in it too. It's not very fast jacks, but it's definitely very dense, and there's a lot of L1s there too. Yeah, it's like a map where you just see L1s in every single beat, unlike Hybrid 1, which is quite scary to see always.
This is a very factual Hybrid 2. Like this is how I imagined Hybrid 2 to be like. It's more like chord focused, so the coordination aspect can be amplified, and
Yeah.
also contrasts with Ellen with Hybrid 1 very well.
Yeah. The Commanders by USAO, very popular
Yes, by
artist.
myself.
Map by the Czar, replayed by. I don't want Lott to say again, actually, never mind. Yeah, 1 minute and 52 seconds. This is 3.4 stars at only 7.5. Yeah, our more LN focused Hybrid 2.
Finally, Dar is here to commentate for the map, but also I really love Dar like a lot. I hold on, you have no idea.
Next map. This one,
Wait, what is that artist?
Wait, what?
That artist is funny because
the Hybrid 1 artist is back with Hybrid 3. Definitely not a coincidence.
it's definitely not a coincidence. Yeah, song by
Hey,
Silas
wait a
again.
second. I think the replay is on the wrong day.
No?
Yeah, but maybe just move on because that's barely the difference.
Okay, let's go. No, it's
You-
correct. It's correct. Wait.
Do you know what's funny? The song is supposed to be like a consistency-based hybrid in NWC for like the original set. However, it's probably recognized that this is a very unconventional song for a consistency hybrid. Like it has so many weird rhythms. So, yep, Hybrid 3 tech hybrid.
Let's take
This
a
is
look.
a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah. Go on. Start.
Yeah, that's barely different though.
It's fine. It's basically the same. It's basically the same. But if you didn't know the song, this song was featured as a custom song in NMWC 2024 round of 32. Again, this artist is also the artist for our custom song in this round.
Congratulations, Silas.
Yeah, you get 2 songs from Silas, and this map is gonna be a more weird technical hybrid.
Shoot, oh my god. These are pretty disgusting to play. I try to avoid it in LN3 because, well, you gotta reserve the shoots for this.
Yeah, these like little bursts are gonna be like the main dish of this map, but here's some mini jacks. I think they're at 135 BPM if I'm not mistaken.
It's only 135, so
Yeah,
I think it's-
135.
Yeah, the tech part with just a bit chord jacks will be just the same as Rise 4, 5 or Rise 6.
Some little bit of L1s here into an L1 break. This map is probably much more rigid than Hybrid 3 you see in previous rounds, but this part is so coordination heavy though. But we are gonna move on into a BPM change, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's gonna happen in this Ki part now. Trill. No, I mean roll. Sorry, roll.
It was just the original True in NWC was so disgusting.
This one is still hard because it's a roll. I mean, it's still like tough.
You're right, but like, I just have so much trauma from the True. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so these short L1s can also be quite tough too. But this is definitely not as technical as you would expect for a hybrid free, but some of these bursts still add up to that technical aspect, and you still have to do some finger control on this map. So, Hebe by song by Silas. No sauce again. And definitely not a coincidence.
Yeah, and also in the original dips, the OD will be 7, so have fun because this map will have more trickier L1s.
Yeah, this map's gonna be tough. I guess the OD is wrong, so too bad. It's OD7, not 6.5.
It was originally the dip was made for semifinals, but it was still hard, so it's moving to finals, and here we go.
Yep.
And for the map, this is gonna be quite another long map as well at 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Other map that's basically 4 minutes. So on and on.
There is already some pretty interesting glitch core burst in the intro. What is that LN burst?
Yeah, welcome to Mania. Yeah, this map's gonna be quite a tough one. A lot of L1 roles that you will see in this map. You do recognize this song in other ranked map by Stay Around If You Know You Know, but this map's much more like less difficult, but still these bursts might be something you need to be careful about because it's so tricky at times. It's so hard to get a good accuracy consistently in these little roles.
So far, I think the hardest part of this map is the 1/6 LNs. The ones that are paired with 1/3 LNs on the same hand. It's like a very awkward, rigid movement to release both LNs at the same time.
True. Yeah. A bit of a break part, but this is again our mini TV at OD7. Mini TV means it's gonna be a test of everything again. It's like tiebreaker, but it's not as difficult as the tiebreaker.
Yeah, of course, it will be shorter than TBC, so...
Yeah, obviously. It's still long though, again, it's almost 4 minutes. It's similar length as Rise 7, which is always a scary thing to note. Look at these L1 streams though, holy.
No one shows that LN3 is hard.
Yeah, this map's tough. I mean, it's much more simple to play. Like, it's so easy to read the patterns itself, but the roles might be really hard to hack.
I think the map is like the patterns are very chunked. It's easy to read them in chunks, yeah, but like, the execution part is actually kind of messed up. So it's different into Hybrid 3 in a way. So this is kind of experimental as a hybrid lineup, so yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot more interesting hybrid stuff in this map pool, with Hybrid 1 being a much more L1 coordination heavy with some insane burst as a Hybrid 1 custom song. And then Hybrid 2 is going to be more traditional, but it's very chord heavy L1 bias hybrid. And then Hybrid 3 is going to be, there's a lot of rows in the technicality of things, and then Hybrid 4 is whatever you call these L1 rows to be, I don't know.
The true Hybrid 3.
True Hybrid 3. But yeah, the map is gonna repeat once again. The drop. these like little LN anchors is also so scary sometimes. It looks so intimidating. You might accidentally mess it up because I think LN anchors are so easy to note lock if you just miss one of them. It's kind of the things that can just happen randomly, even if you don't want to. Or if you think that you hit it perfectly, it just sometimes does not work, and then you no lock, and then you die. You know? But yeah, that's gonna be Hybrid 4.
Yeah, and if you can play the Seiran's 6-star map, and we were featuring you there with NMWC's version.
True. Seiran said, nah, no, this one. Much more roll heavy. Like Hybrid 3. Hybrid 3 also has a lot of rows, but this one is like LN rows.
The LN rolls are actually messed up. I do not wish that upon my worst enemy.
Yeah, it's like LN rows are always like so hard to get consistent at because it's short LNs in a very fast manner that you just kind of just hit it like a rice, but you just kind of don't know when to actually release correctly. But yeah. Hybrid 4 is done. We have not 2 maps left. We have 3 maps left. Because there's going to be 2
the SV is
SV
challenging
maps.
this time. Okay, you get your way.
Yeah, we have SV1 and SV2. Let's take a look at SV1 first. I have no words for this map, by the way. I have absolutely zero words for this map.
I think it's like just another silver file by Zeno.
Seriously,
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. OD7. Again, late game SV is gonna be tough.
This map is very like atmospheric, and so it's probably a bit repetitive. However, it doesn't mean that the map is easy because it builds up the difficulty over time. Like at one point, you might be playing easy teleports, but you might realize that the map feels completely different to what it was in the beginning.
Yeah, this rhythm, you cannot read it at all. I mean, you can see the notes are there, but when are they actually hit there? Like, when you actually need to hit them might be much different than what you see visually. Which is so tough always.
ZON here is follow vocal pretty strictly, so I think, and it's repetitive enough for you, so it shouldn't be very hard for you to learn it.
Yeah, it's a reading SV pick after all, so the difficulty is mostly relying on the execution and keeping track of the repetitive rhythm. Except for that was actually a bait.
Yeah, that one was very hard in transitions.
Yeah, it's like these like bombs might not be very easy to understand at one. I think you'd have to start looking at editor and see what the patterns actually are. There's also the non-SV version if you want to take a look at that. You can just kind of remember, oh, the rhythm is like that, and then try to memorize it. I mean, we call this a reading SV, but the nature of SV is that you still have to memorize at least something.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get slower and slower. This ending is so weird too. Like, this map itself is so interestingly weird because the song itself is so, as Lott said, atmospheric or something. I don't know what the word was, but you know, you kind of just have to feel that rhythm in the song, like those small quiet beats. But yeah, that's gonna be SV1. SV2 time. What? SV2? Where's SV2, bro?
Oh,
SB2 in question.
Oh, SV2!
me too.
What will happen to Osu, but SV2. This is Kikak by John Robinson, mapped by Kenny.
มีเอ็มอยู่
Let's take a look though. This is 2 minutes at 139 BPM. This is gonna be our gimmick SV. And what's happening? The skin has changed.
Yeah, maybe the streamer changed for this.
It's to differentiate like the heads of the like rice and LNs, but it doesn't work as intended because there's like a random chance that it successfully becomes a red, but
If you don't get it, the red notes are rice notes and then the blue notes are LNs. So at that very beginning, you see those red notes stack on top of blue notes. That means they are stack notes. So that LN, they have 2 beats at the very beginning. Yeah, this map is just... There's 3 notes in this, by the way. Yeah, these LNs, they are not immediate. They look like you hit them at immediately, but they are actually free notes at Jack. Yeah. Like you see those LNs are actually, you have to hit them 3 times, like a dot dot dot, and then you hold the LN. That's the idea.
So far the bump here are pretty easy to accuracy. But here we got Kenny slow jams.
Yeah, these LNs, instead of 3 beats, it's 2 of them now. You see the
yeah, it's just 2 notes now. But yeah, you have the slow jam here, and
if you have good musical like intuition, like if you know how the beats are structured, then you might have an easier time to play and see, like, know how many notes are stacked.
Yeah, this map is gonna be like an introduction to actual memory, but it's not like an actual quote-unquote memory. You just kind of have to understand that those LNs, they are not just one LN. They are a long jack.
which just follow the song, the music, and
yeah, it's like those that. You just have to hit them 3 times and then hold the LN at the end, which is, you know, very counterintuitive, especially for newer SV players. You need to have some sort of experience in SV to actually be able to fully get consistent at it. So take this as a first learning experience in gimmick SV. But yeah, that concludes our SV2. SV is such an interesting thing to understand because SV is such a niche type of pattern, which means that a lot of players might not want to play it as much, which is also why a lot of tournaments now is kind of like giving up on SV, which is honestly a little bit of an unfortunate thing. But this tournament has SV, so I cherish it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Before we move on to our tiebreaker, though, I did want to say that this tournament has gone quite far as well, and you know, as we reach to basically the ending, almost the ending of this tournament.
Yeah, only one singer's Mappool showcase left, which should be grand finals. Yeah.
Yeah. We are so close to the ending, and you know, it wouldn't be NMWC without something hype for the final 2 rounds. So,
I don't know. I think we do not have that much artists, do we? We gotta reserve the tiebreaker hype for grand finals. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Finals TV, of course, not gonna be as important as the Grand Finals TV, but Finals tiebreaker is still a tiebreaker. So, I just wanna say thank you everyone for being able to contribute into our Finals tiebreaker. So, let's take a look at it.
So we finally get the tiebreakers showcase done, and this is NMWC 2025 the final tiebreakers Journey to Windswept Scarlet Sands, songs by Popy, and maps by me Poppies, Lott, and Lumiere in Ming 2506, and Arcade.
Congratulations! Yay!
This is a song by Jekyll, Journey to Windswept Scarletlands. I don't have a funny way to end this off with, but you know, I guess
Yeah,
those
it's
kind of things
okay.
do happen. I mean, there's nothing we can really do, but I guess the vault is gonna be having some interesting editing, some magic going on. But yeah,
Yeah, the tiebreakers. That's why that's the breaker is a tiebreakers. You understand?
it literally broke our
My-
PC. Anyways,
PC, bro.
but yeah,
My brand new PC.
I want to give a shout out to all the people that has contributed into making this map. This map set is gonna be uploaded by me in a little bit. There's a little bit of a I haven't uploaded the map yet, but yeah, this map is hosted by me, song by Jekyll. Journey to Windswept Scarletlands, our tiebreaker for finals. This is a 5 minute and 40-second song from 180 to 210 BPM. I don't know if you guys have can hear the BPM decrease, but it starts off at 210 BPM and then at one point it goes down to 180 BPM. And this map is 4.4 stars almost at OD 7.4. This map is probably pretty hard. It's probably harder than the Grand Finals Mappool foreshadowing, but a lot of insane LN patterns and big, just dense and tough, speedy sections that are just not gonna be easy to hit at all. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of a tiebreaker. It's just gonna be super physical in the late game.
And also shout out to the storyboarder Ming 2506 for this very amazing and astonishing work.
Yeah. Shout out to Min for making this storyboard, making that laser beam thing in the background. So much it crashed the PC, JK. But yeah. Mappers again. Me, Dazar, Lott, Arcat,
Lumi.
Envily.
And
Did I miss
Lumio.
anyone? Yes, and Lumiere.
Yeah.
I don't think I miss anyone. I can't be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's these seven.
Seven
Seven mappers.
Also map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yep.
Song by, again, Jekyll. Amazing breakcore plus hardcore kind of song. For pretty fitting for a tiebreaker like this. So yeah.
So, yeah, we...
Oh my god.
Bro,
Bless
what
myself.
the
We...
Bless you.
we indeed do have enough traction after all. How does Kenny get all of these artists? Oh my god.
Yeah, we have a pretty stacked music team and you know, 2 custom songs for our finals map pool. One from Silas at Hybrid, one another one from Jekyll in tiebreaker. So yeah. Just again, amazing work by every staff member that has helped into making this map pool possible. Thank you, Jekyll, for making the song. And yeah, that's kind of it. Just the crazy ride throughout the weekend. Yeah, good job to the players who have advanced in the semifinals. You guys are rewarded with this amazing finals map pool to be played next weekend. It is just crazy. Ooh.
Oof, yeah. Very crazy crazy Mappools for the finals, and yeah, when we still have another pool with grand finals, and we're just gonna wait for the next week to see what's the pool the Mappoolers team gonna bring up.
Yeah, we have our grand finals left to go. Well, other than grand finals, we also have the players' turn to play in finals. We have a total of 6 teams left. We have 2 teams that are going to be fight against each other in the winners bracket. I believe it is Team USA A against
China
I think it
Ace.
was
Yep.
China A. Yeah, China A as well. So that's going to be the winners bracket match. And the losers bracket match is going to start off with China B versus, I need to check, I forgot. But the 4 teams are China B, Philippines
Yes.
A, and then hold on. Russia, is it Russia? Yeah, Russia A and Indonesia A.
No, actually, Indonesia A and Russia A has already in the loser bracket from semifinals.
Oh wait, no, it's Indonesia
Yeah.
A, Philippines A, and then
Yes.
that's it.
So
Wait,
so we will have Indonesia A versus China B and Vietnam A versus the Philippines A in loser brackets finals.
I keep forgetting. Holy. But yeah, remaining 6 teams, you guys are the top contenders. Fight for your life to get in grand finals. I guess the ones in winners bracket doesn't have to, because even if you lose, you're still in grand finals. But the ones in the losers bracket, this is your final chance to get into podium. Always a good sight to see if you get into top 3. But yeah, just best of luck.
Yeah, and I still remember the team remaining. I'm a very good streamer, am I?
Right. But yeah, that's kind of the end of our finals Mappool showcase. I just want to say this Mappool has been very high effort as well, with a lot of...
This Mappool is probably the most enjoyable one so far.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Mappool may be difficult, but the effort is also much more higher, other than the difficulty.
Please play the map pools, even if you were eliminated. I promise you'll have fun. Please.
Yeah.
It will.
Learn SV as well.
Learn
because
SV.
SV is gonna be quite tough, especially SV2.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
SV1 is also really hard as well, though. So
SV1 is like very kind of existentialistic kind of atmosphere. So it's a very fresh experience in the kind of electronic music scene. And SV2 is just very satisfying once you remember everything. I think that goes to memo SVs in general, especially well-made ones. I think the ones that are poorly done are less satisfying because they're all random. But this one, the Kenny custom, it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
very sensible.
Yeah, the SP2, right?
yeah. So to sum up, this Mappool has been much more difficult, but with every single map, I believe, being a custom, the effort is definitely much increased. And with 2 custom songs as well, we hope to deliver you a much more high quality Mappool for everyone to enjoy. Yeah, that's about it. I will upload the TV in a bit, don't worry. But yeah, that's about it for our finals Mappool showcase. It is quite late for us anyway, so maybe it's time for us to close the stream now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any last words?
Yeah, and good luck to all the team are remaining in the finals to enjoy Lott and my map too.
Yep. Sigma.
Don't forget the
No.
SP roll.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Slightly sorry for the random network dying issue, but happens. We cannot do anything about it. But yeah, that's gonna be it. See you, everyone.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Oh, bye bye.